Hello friends, welcome here. My name is O-Sheena. I am sharing my 2024 TBR. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I love making these videos because they're a good just reference point to picking up books throughout the year. They usually have anticipated releases on them or just books I've owned for a while or books that I'm just really itching to read. This TBR is meant to be, I will actually read these books, not like a wishful TBR, a realistic one. So you will see these books. I'm very excited to share them. Also, this is the third video that I have filmed today. I have changed my shirt twice. So hello. I might be a little deranged. It's fine. Okay, first up. Okay, this whole trilogy is on the 2024 TBR. I've already read this book, but I'm gonna read it again, okay? I'm gonna read it again, and then I'm gonna read these two books, and I'm gonna love my life, okay? So this is technically a Muir Harbor novel trilogy. Companion trilogy, but read them in order because they'll spoil who's together with who. But I got these two books kind of as a birthday gift from lovely people that I'm friends with online. Who would have thought? And I have heard epic things about this book, okay? So when I gave this book 5 stars, I was like, wow, I love this book. And then everyone was like, seriously, this book is even better. You're gonna love it even more. And I'm like, is that even possible? I don't know, but I want to find out. So I can't wait. I can't wait to read this. So the premise is you follow this family. It's set in Maine. And you follow this lady who's adopted kids, and she acts as their mom, but she's also kind of a grandma age, but they're all in their 30s and she's in her 60s. So maybe that is a parent age. So that's fine. Okay, she's their mom. And the first book is this girl gets swa. You follow this girl who is kind of an orphan, doesn't know her family, and this private investigator comes and sees her and says, I think I know who your family is. Will you come to Maine and meet this lady and see if she is your family? And she says yes, because she's desperate. So she goes, and that's the story. She meets this family from Maine, and there is a son that she has a romance with, and it is the cutest thing ever. Okay? They're in their 30s, which was so refreshing to read. So refreshing. So, okay, I'm assuming that this book follows one of the sisters and this book follows one of the sisters, because there was a brother and 2 sisters and they were all single. Well, you know, that is what I want to read. And I'm just giddy about these books because I love this book. Spoiler for my favorite books of the year. Okay, next. Look at this. Can't Help Falling, Courtney Walsh. Do you know the hype that I've seen for this book? It's crazy. Got this as a Christmas gift from a lovely girl that I know online. Another online friend. Amazing. So I don't know anything about this book, but I do know this is part of that, what is it called? Sweater Weather series that a bunch of mostly indie authors, or all indie authors, I don't know, came together, wrote a companion series set in fall kind of, and they each had a book. And this is Courtney Walsh's. I have heard amazing things about this one. So this will be the only, or the first one, I guess, that I read in the series, potentially, unless I have Kindle Unlimited by then. We shall see. And then I'll try to read them in order. But I don't know where this is in the order. I have heard serious hype, okay? Actually, I will link Amanda's blog down below because Amanda loved this book. And I have high hopes, okay? I hope that I love it too. But Courtney Walsh, she's a little bit hit and miss with me. But lately, her more, I guess, self-published books have been great. So I think I might like her more just clean fiction rather than her Christian fiction. It is what it is, okay? But I'm excited about this one. So I know it says Falling for you. Or no, it says Can't Help Falling. Okay. It says Can't Help Falling. But I've heard that it's very light on the fall vibes, so you could read it anytime. And I'm going to read it probably in January. Maybe February, but I'm going to read it pretty soon here because how could I not, it's contemporary romance. I'm in a really weird mood. Okay. Next, this has a bookmark in it because I want to read it so badly, but this is The First Taste by Annah Conwell. The serious hype that I've seen for this author. This is another clean author. She has her books on Kindle Unlimited, but I got this book as a gift as well. Okay? From an online friend. Once again. Literally all of my best contemporary romance books are from online friends. They know me, and I love them. Okay, so this is a friends to lovers story. And you know, I love that trope. So, can't wait. This also needs to be read in January. Okay, that is the thing about this TBR. Like, is it really a January TBR? I mean, no, we're gonna get into later books too, but like, if I could read all of these books right now in the same exact moment, I would. P.S. I'm gonna write them all in the description, so if I'm going too fast, I understand. I'll write them down below and put timestamps. Next, a season 2 Love by Nicole Deese. Once again, from an online friend. And like, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. I love it. Okay. Once again, know nothing about this book, but I do know that, hey, I even have, okay, where's the third book? It's behind me back in that orange stack, but this is technically the first book, A Cliche Christmas. I think it's called, yeah, okay, A Love in Lennox novel. This is book 1, novella. This is book 2, novel. And then book 3 was A New Shade of Summer, right there, okay? So yeah, completely out of order, I don't care, bring it. Okay, next, one that I don't have to hold up is Shattered Rose by Tammy L. Gray. I have meant to read this. I literally own this on ebook. Wow. And then when I get Kindle Unlimited, I can read it on there too, because it's a 4-book series, I want to say. But I have Shattered Rose. I need to read it. It's Tammy L. Gray. But the thing is, I've heard super intense things about this book, that like, it's about a girl who's been through really traumatic things, which is hard to read, but it's Tammy L. Gray. Okay? This is similar to Francine Rivers. Like, yes, she writes about trauma, but in such like a beautiful redemptive way that like, I want to read it. So Shattered Rose for sure. I've had it for so long. I want to finally get it read. So that is on the TBR. Another one that's been on my TBR like for so long is You Belong With Me by Tari Faris. I haven't seen much about this author. I don't even know if like he or she, I'm assuming, is releasing new books. I haven't seen her name around, but the cover of this book just tells me that it's a book for me, that it's a kind of Christian romance that I want to read. Okay. And yes, it looks cheesy, but that's okay. It is about, I do remember this. It's about a small town where this girl lives in the small town, and then this business guy, I think, wants to make changes to it, and she has to try to stop him, and there's a romance. I don't know if I just made that up, but I think there's a small town setting in it. So for sure, that is on the TBR too. Okay, continuing. Here's a new release. Now, One Wrong Move by Dani Pettrey. Listen, okay, romantic suspense bores me for the most part, but you know that wherever it is, I didn't prepare. Submerged, this series, it's the Alaskan Courage series. I ate this up when I first discovered it. Like 6 books, flew through them, love them. It's Dani Pettrey. She writes romance. Come on, like, in my opinion, there is more romance than suspense in these books, but the suspense is thrilling. It is great. I was definitely invested in this mystery and suspense, but the romance, right? And so I did try her other series, or her latest series, I think, what's it called? Tides? Something. The Killing Tide was the first book, and I found it boring. I thought it was boring. I couldn't get into it. I was so sad I didn't continue with the series. What a letdown. So, One Wrong Move is the first book in a new series by her. And I'm going to give her a try. This is her last chance. Yeah, it's her last chance. Or otherwise, Submerged was just a one-off, and this is the only series by her that I'm going to like. So we shall see though. I do have One Wrong Move on NetGalley, and it comes out in February, I think. So I'll be reading it fairly soon. I hope I like it. Oh, what a letdown if I don't. Okay, continuing. Okay, taking a turn. Invitation by these authors. This is like a compilation. I don't know. Okay, this is a series. It's called The Harbinger. Harbinger series, cycle 1. So I think there's 3, maybe 4 books where these 4 authors, I think it's always the same 4. I don't know, don't quote me. But these 4 authors wrote a story together, but they each wrote their own little story within the story. I don't know. So like, okay, yeah. So the first one is called The Call by Bill Myers. No idea who that is. And then The Hunted, Frank Peretti, spooky. And I think they all like relate to each other. Like it's telling one continual story. The Sentinels, Angela Hunt. Interesting, Angela Hunt. And then lastly is The Girl, Alton Gansky. So yeah, this is kind of a collection of novellas, but they all like go together. And then there are more books after this. I obviously own this one, and I don't know if my library has any of the other ones, so this may be a one-off, but I've owned it for so long, and because Frank Peretti is here, I want to read it. That's the only reason. Because does this look like an O-Sheena book? No, it doesn't, okay? This is, I think, like spiritual warfare, suspense, mystery. So this is kind of my wild card. We'll see. Okay, technically that's it, but I have more books I want to show. So, okay, secretly I was trying to not put any historical fiction on this book, on this list, because I want to like send a message, but I make exceptions for certain authors, and yeah. So these 3 books are by Rachel Fordham. Her romance though, how can I resist? So I don't know if I can read all 3 of these, but do I want to? That remains to be seen, but I want to, I guess, maybe I'll just put this one on it. The Hope of Azure Springs. This is her first published book, and I want to read it, okay? I want to see what she was up to back when she published this. And then, you know, she has a new book coming out next year that I'm so excited for. So yeah, I want to, you know, be caught up. So hopefully, I've heard this is a companion to this book, so I might try Yours Truly, Thomas, as well. And then this is just a book, but like, you know, I see them on my shelves and I'm like, oh, you know, but then I think like, do I have the brain to read historical right now? No, I don't. So let's not put these in jeopardy yet, okay? And then I haven't continued this series yet, the Love Cliches, and I need to, okay? But I was reading other things. Who cares? I will read these in the new year though. Falling for Your Best Friend, Falling for Your Enemy. This one worries me because, you know, enemies to lovers in contemporary is not my favorite thing ever, but the build up to this relationship I think is gonna be very satisfying because I've seen them throughout these books and there's cuteness, okay? So it might not be too bad, but this one, seriously, I'm so excited. So yeah, these are on the TBR too, kind of. I mean, not officially, but yeah. That is everything. That's it. That is everything. Thank you for watching this, you guys. I'm going to write them all down below, even the bonus ones. And I will refer to this video and my bullet journal spread when I need to decide what I want to read next. I mean, contemporary romance, that's what I want to read, okay? But you know what? At this moment, I'm kind of like in a fantasy era as well because like I've been reading this book and it's really good. And I'm like, dude, I need to read more Bridget Kemmerer. So I might try her new series. I mean, I think it's almost finishing actually. Defy the Night. I want to read that too. I don't know. I'm in a mood, guys. I could just like talk on, and that's not even the point of this video. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you have some ideas of what you want to read, and hopefully you were entertained by my craziness. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.